we doing, guys? I hope everything is well. Um, as you see on my head, I typically don't wear um, I don't wear things on on my head while I record, but today I just kind of want to show you guys um, something that I've been working on, some merch that might be pretty cool, and something that I want to also introduce here. Here's a patch, right? So let me cut down my light because you guys are probably blinded by it. Let me back it down a little bit. Ah, there we go. I got a little bit of color. So, as you guys know, check me out, look at me. I am a black man, a person of color. I'm deeply I'm deeply invested in the engagement and the inclusion of people that look like me. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean um, that I don't support anyone else? Absolutely not. I mean, to the contrary, I support a bunch of different people, no matter what your creed, color, or size. However, it does get lonely when I'm the only person or the only subject matter expert inside of a room. Don't get me wrong. I feel extremely accomplished in all of those things. I feel um, like my hard work had paid off. But like other communities, I think it's important for us to recognize when when only one person or two or three or a handful are present inside of any given meeting um, or organization, that it's important to open up or create inroads for others, right? So that's kind of the topic of today's talk. I don't know if everyone's here in the U.S. I know I'm seeing a couple people that are in the UK, a couple people that are in Ireland, and a couple people that are in Australia. So thank you guys for tuning in and kind of supporting my effort as I continue down this path to share cybersecurity practices, and also to share my own personal experiences, things that have been successful for me in the cybersecurity space. Um, so again, this is gonna be quite a short podcast, quite short, much shorter than some of my podcasts in the past, because it's a pretty simple concept, right? What I want to do, or what I'm going to do, what I'm going to attempt to do, is I'm going to sell these hats and these patches. Let me get it on into screen. And my goal is to raise enough money to contribute to three organizations that I'm interested in. So, with no further ado, I'm just gonna slide on over my web page so that you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about. All right, so as you can see, if you go to soldiersandsaints.com/charity, I'll drop that on inside the chat. Uh, /charity. There we go. I've gone ahead and dropped that into the chat. Soldiersandsaints.com /charity right here. What the goal is to take crowd sourced approach in order to gain the maximum amount of input or resources so that I can do good in the world, right? And um you'll see as time progresses, I'm not going to just stay inside of this room. I'm going to go outside and try and meet as many people as I can so that I can share and do good at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I'm a red teamer, I'm a blue teamer, I'm a purple teamer. But at the end of the day, I'm a cybersecurity professional, and I want the good to happen for as many people as I can, right? So let's go ahead and scroll on down, and I want you guys to take heed. I got a handshake, because of course, each one teach one, and extending a hand in order to pull another person in or to show allegiance or support is kind of the theme that I'm going after. I can't speak enough to how important the human interaction and the humanity is to forwarding our goals or our wants to get ahead. So here I talk about charitable contributions, and I'm going to talk to this right now. All right. So I am not a 501c3 just yet. That is a goal of mine. Right. But with all the injustice and all of the lack of support that exists across the world, or especially inside of my environment, I get excited and I really want to support. So I'm asking for you, all the people who are tuning in right now, who know me personally, who hear my voice and understand that it's coming from a place of sincerity. I'm just asking for you guys to help me reach a goal, right? Now, my goal is pretty lofty, right? I'd love, to raise maybe $15,000. Can that happen? Absolutely. Would I be sad if we didn't make it? I'd be a little bit sad, but at the end of the day, what I'm looking for is to reach out to you, the everyday person, and I want to ask you, if you had the opportunity to aspire to pursue, to have access to your dream, and someone else had the ability to grant that to you, would you ask? Would you accept that? Would you be excited about receiving that? And I would say that most people would say yes, right? So it 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 for me, I've already done a lot of the legwork. What I'm asking for you is to gain your support to help this become a reality, right? So it's gonna. I have two ways that my charitable engagement is going to impact change, inclusiveness, and diversity, right? The first way is going to be through charitable contributions, right? If you choose to support me, I am going to give 40% of the proceeds directly to three organizations that I have identified, that are one, black owned, and two, focused on enhancing um, the opportunities for people of color, specifically black people that are impoverished or underserved, and giving them the ability to help themselves out or to gain access in industries that aren't readily available at this time, right? So the first group that I have listed is mask, right? Now, when you think about mask, most people think, okay, well, this is an educational thing. So what does that have to do with cybersecurity? As a matter of fact, the owner, Tamara Manassa, what she did was she's putting together a educational program which will allow people of the community of Inglewood, Chicago, to be able to have access to learning, because right now during the COVID-19 situation, most students have to participate in scholastic activities remotely, right? So for those of you who followed me previously, you know that I went out and I found a bunch of computers, a bunch of laptops. I re-imaged them with different operating systems, primarily Linux, and I sent them back out so that I could help her give abilities for people to learn or to attend school who may not have had the access to a computer, right? So that's why mask is important, because they're doing some amazing things in the community, and they're doing some awesome outreach in order to ensure that our young ones are getting the accesses that they need so that they can maintain that competitive edge in the educational environment, right? And then the second one, I'm gonna turn over here, and the next one is null hat security, right? O'Shea Bowens, an amazing cybersecurity professional. What his organization is a black owned cybersecurity firm focused on providing cybersecurity services to clients that have variance in budget, right? So why is that important? The importance of that is the sooner that we provide protections and security type of processes to organizations on the micro level, the more secure that our macro level becomes. That means that we're taking care of the mom and pops so that script kiddies or nefarious actors don't have those target spaces to practice on in order to then launch larger and more amplified attacks and larger domains or larger spaces. And then my third selection is BIC. That's Blacks in Cybersecurity. It's led by an amazing young lady. Her name is Michaela Barnett. She's doing amazing work in providing outreach and inroads again to people of African descent or Black people to gain access to cybersecurity spaces. So so that's where 40% of the collective money will go. All right. Um, so then we'll move down to my next topic, right? Cyber certification vouchers, right? For those of you who have been in the cyber security environment, you know that vouchers or that classes certifications cost upwards from $600 on up to like $5,000, right? On top of that, you got to have some experience. And for the lower level ones like Security Plus, that's offered by CompTIA, those are less expensive. However, when we start getting into those real um, industry industry tested and proven certifications, those tend to go up in price. Now, there are some price cuts that exist within that realm. However, even those price cuts does not equal the ability for a person that comes from austere environments or from impoverished environments to gain access, even if they have the passion to be a cybersecurity professional. I am one of those people. I grew up with nothing. If you do research on me, if you look me up, you will find time and time again I speak to the fact that if love was currency, I would be rich. And while my parents and ultimately my mom did everything that she could to prepare me for the world, that there were economic challenges that existed within my life that prevented me from going as far as I could have gone in some situations. However, for me, um, people saw the value in what I bring to the table. And I can't say that my experience is the same for everyone who grew up in conditions that I grew up in. And because I recognize that, I want to again offer 40% of what we raise from this fundraiser to certification vouchers. I'm going to be looking at EJPT. I'm going to be looking at SANS. I'm going to be looking at a myriad of accreditation sources in order to purchase. I'm going to legit purchase classes, and then based upon I'll do a hey, a white blanket 2 week submit a a why you feel like this is something that we should give to you type of thing, and we'll work it out. I guarantee you, if we get enough money, my goal is if I can get 7 certifications paid for through my fundraising, um that would be amazing. That would I would feel happy because I would feel like I've been able to enable the future generations that are interested in our noble cause, right? So with that said, let's scroll on down to how I plan to raise money. How do I plan on raising money? And the first thing is, again, I showed you guys this patch right here. Boom. I'm sorry that I know it's blurry on my screen, but if you go to the website, you look right here, you see that it's a pretty amazing patch. It's a PVC 3-inch. Again, if you're unsure on what 3 inches look like, um, here's a ruler right here, and then we'll just hold this up. Oh, that's the back. Let's turn that around. Here's what it looks like on a ruler, right? So again, you can just get the patch for $11. Um, I have I have quite a few of them, and please feel free to purchase not only one, purchase as many as you're interested in, right? And then secondly, the very hat that I'm wearing on my head. Now, I'm sure that the lights here kind of make everything super bright, but I just want to show you guys this is a pretty amazing and dope hat, in my opinion, right? So I'm going to pull it back. I know that it's pretty blurry because of the camera, but I'm going to take that off. I'm going to sit it down. So let's scroll on down to the hat, and this is how it looks. I mean, I think it's a pretty phenomenal thing. And at $30, I mean, $30 is a date, right? It's dinner for maybe it might be lunch for some of us, right? And if you got $30 and you're willing to put it in this direction, what I'm looking for is for people to go ahead, pay me out the $30, and then I will ship you your hats, I will ship you your patches, and because you're donating to us, you don't have to worry about shipping. I'll figure out the shipping, okay? And let's scroll on down. So if you want to just purchase the patch, you just go ahead, you can click the button and it should take you to bam, right here. You can go ahead and donate with PayPal, and it's right there, right? You guys don't have to worry about about um me not having a 501c3. It'll take care of all the taxes and everything for me. And if you want to purchase the hat, it's there. Or let's say you don't care about the hat or the patch, you just want to donate because you're an amazing person and you believe in the message and you believe in the things that I'm bringing to the table. First of all, I want to say thank you, right? I want to say thank you to all of you guys. Even if you choose not to donate, I want to thank you for your time right now. The 29 minutes and 42 seconds that I've been speaking, you've been sitting down and paying attention, and I really appreciate you, right? So, this is the donate any amount. So, if you don't want a hat, you don't want a patch because you don't have any use for either of them, please feel free, just click that button, and you'll be able to donate whatever amount that you want. This is also built in for people who can't afford the 10, the 20, the 30, and trust me, if you can't afford it, I'm not mad at you. Don't donate. It's COVID. I know you gotta worry about your families. Um, don't worry about it. But for those of you who can, what I'm asking is, to me, very small, right? I want to let you guys know at minimum, in order for me to get a certification, pardon me, for me to get certifications for just one person, it's probably going to cost about like $600 starting, right? Um, However, I believe in you, the public. I believe in you, my friends, my family, and if you can, just go ahead, take some time, donate. What else you got to do, right? I'm pretty sure you got a lot to do, but I really appreciate you for your time, and I'm gonna stop cutting off my face. I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm getting out of here. All right, peace.